Hello, and welcome back. I, Daniel, the Keeper of Arcane Secrets, return you tonight to the doomed little valley of Radiance, Yukon. It is November 15th, 1922, and as the sun moves below the horizon and disappears for the next 37 days, the small population of Radiance is completely cut off from the world. Not even the nearby military installation, Fort London, will venture this far north. 2 days ago, the final train of the season stopped at Radiance, and 5 strangers stepped onto the platform and into a nightmare. The gigantic miner, Moses T. Ripley, the young, beautiful Charity Flanagan of the North Carolina Flanagans, both came to Radiance with desperate hopes of finding gold that had been overlooked during the Canadian Gold Rush. And while they looked toward creating brighter futures, both Detective Martin Noir and the mysterious hunter named Gunther fled from their blood-soaked pasts. Unknown to any of them, Gertrude Cornelius, fresh out of nursing school, only meant to stop overnight, but was abandoned as the train fled without warning. On the first night in town, Nurse Gertrude watched from a second-story window in Wolfjaw Inn as the others were attacked by a crazed, naked man in the snow. They put him down like a dog in the street, and after the nearly headless body was taken away by the sheriff, the 4 outside climbed aboard a large dog sled with a local geologist and headed north out of town. As she wandered through the crime scene later, one of the deputies called out to her and asked if she could provide some medical insight into the strange body. However, before the autopsy could begin, the corpse rose and attacked. Shaken and wounded after the attack, they decided to follow the dog sled out of town, and were attacked by yet another crazed civilian as they attempted to escape. But those with the geologist fared poorly as well. After discovering a frozen corpse of another scientist in the woods, they came upon a scene of madness and brutality at the geological outpost by the nearby mine. As they attempted to locate the missing lead geologist and determine what had transpired, the deputy and nurse arrived, and the 7 frightened people barricaded themselves in the outpost for the night. Allow me to introduce our optimistic young nurse now.
My name is Gertrude Cornelius, and I'm played by Megan. I am age 22, and my occupation is actually a nurse. I'm originally from Edmonton, Alberta, and the reason I'm coming to Radiance, Yukon is mostly because I'm on my first mission to become a nurse, which is actually very exciting for me, as a child I kind of grew up fairly wealthy, with my father being a great asset in the Great War. Growing up with my mother, she kind of taught me just how to bandage up wounds, kind of take care of my siblings, and I kind of just fell into being a nurse. So I'm very excited to take on this new opportunity. My luck is kind of average. My sanity started at 55, and I have 13 hit points. The investigator skills that I'm most proficient are first aid, medicine, science, bio and chem specifically, and spot hidden. My main 2 statistics are education and intelligence. My worst stats are strength and power. You can follow my player on Instagram at Omega0MEGA0.
The next morning, the geologist stayed behind to take care of the recovering deputy, while the others discovered a stash of TNT before heading to the mine, where they discovered the ritualistically murdered missing scientist. As they recoiled from the disgusting sight before them, baleful howls filled the valley, and the people decided to flee back to the safety of the outpost. But they were beset upon by a monstrously large white wolf the size of a house, and as the freakishly large crows circled overhead, this canine abomination spawned wolves, and the chase began. Charity nearly died as she slipped in loose gravel, but Gunther and Rip stepped in to save her, becoming wounded in the process. Detective Noir sacrificed one of the group's sled dogs to gain time, and Rip and Gertrude used their firepower to hold the approaching wolf pack at bay. They barely escaped into the outpost with their lives, but found another scene of carnage. Only the deputy and one dog still lived. And as they debated the best way to get the unconscious man to safety, a local Inuit tribe entered the grounds surrounding the outpost to offer help and sanctuary for a night. Once the survivors were safely inside the Inuit encampment, they learned that a great ancient evil rises to try and take control every 37 years, and that the giant wolf acted as its harbinger. In addition, the entity's influence spread via an infection that had been unearthed in the mine. Black, wriggling, vicious worms burrowed into people, controlling them and warping their bodies. Fire was the only true protection, but a person could determine an infected being by whether or not it could regrow body parts. Gunther and Rip both removed an ear to prove their purity. But as Rip learned a protection chant from the Inuit, the deputy rose and attacked the encampment from within. He was destroyed and burned, and everyone else was banished from the camp. Their single guide has brought them within sight of Radiance, but refuses to go any further. As he leaves them to their fate, with only a promise of future assistance if they can create a light atop the town's radio tower, they look down into the silent town, wondering where the citizens are and where to go from here. Welcome to the 4th episode of the 8-part Call of Cthulhu miniseries that I call The Deep Dark of Radiance.
I think we should head into town and go back to the inn and pick up everybody's shit so that way, because you guys didn't grab your stuff, right?
Yeah, I've got my stuff. I've only got a couple of things.
Yeah, I have bare minimum. I have like warm clothes, handcuffs, guns.
I'm freezing. Let's go where there is obviously food, and because we haven't eaten in a while.
Do you want to get ammo first? From a gun shop or something?
I think they might be closed currently.
While I am a lawman, I am suggesting that we steal it.
Can you not just go get some from the barracks?
Oh, yes. I'll go to the police station. Go to it. I don't know why I've lost my French accent. I'll go to the police station and take some ammunition.
Come with us first. Well, let's get some food. Let's get some rest, because it's night and we're all hurting, and healing would be nice. Right?
Well, wait.
Before we go to where the evil freaking sheriff is? Am I off base on this one?
Yeah, you got some very good no bueno vibes from Sheriff Sullivan last time you saw.
Okay, well wait. Do we all still have torches? Did everyone get a torch at some point?
I used mine.
Great.
I used mine?
No, we used ours to protect you from the wolves.
I used mine. I no longer have a torch.
We definitely need to light a fire or something before we go into this town. Because whatever it is out there...
Bro, I got a lighter. I'm a smoker.
Is it fire or is it light that they don't like?
I think both, to be honest.
Well, we can probably go and get some fuel from the train yard.
I have 4 cans of lantern oil. Just throwing that.
I mean, that'll work.
And a lantern.
But more importantly, the cans of lantern.
Hey, let's go and get some big cans of gas or diesel, I imagine it'll be, from the train yard. And just, wherever we stay, let's just make a big wet circle around it so that we can light it up in case anyone tries to come in.
I'm into it.
I'm just spitballing. That's what we do in Quebec.
Random ideas.
Maybe could we put it around the inn? Do you think?
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the train yard.
So you guys are going to train yard first.
Well, the inn is right beside it, right?
Right, it's right
Yeah.
beside it.
Okay, so you guys are coming, if you're looking at your map, from the northeast side. So you're going to be coming from this direction here. Basically north from Church Street.
Megan?
What that means is you are as pretty much as far away from the train yard as you can. You guys also do remember the fact that about a day and a half ago you saw the train leave.
You know, they'll still have fuel, right?
Before schedule. You guys did know that it was supposed to stay there for a couple days and it left before schedule.
I think, well, if anything, that just makes me want to investigate the train yard more.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, can we skirt around the town?
Yeah.
Is that a
Let's
thing?
go around the north side.
It's not like they're shining lights out at us, right?
Past the storehouse. Well, the storehouse is in the on the north side, the northwest side.
What building was it that I was in when I got attacked when I was trying to look at that monster thing?
The courthouse, which is where the police station and the all that is. The town hall, the courthouse, all of that is the same building.
Okay, shall we go around the north side and then check out the storehouse, see what's in there? In the northwest?
Sure. And then sneak around. We'll stay on the outskirts.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my pistol out, so I'm gonna pop some shots up
Okay.
if anything attacks us.
If we're being sneaky, maybe gunfire is not the correct answer.
No, I'm just life or death situation. So,
Okay. As you guys are skirting around the north end of town, I do need stealth rolls from everybody.
Success!
62.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No? Not even close. What do we got around the table?
I have failed awfully. I got an 86.
86.
Failed.
Success. Hard success. Maybe you guys should just stay back and let us do this.
Okay, as you guys are walking,
What do you want us to get?
We'll stay back and let you do it.
No.
you guys are making your way through, and Rip and Gun, you guys are actually with your experience being military special forces and whatnot, and a skilled miner. You know how to carry you know how to carry all this weight around you, and you've worked in these kind of frozen atmospheres before, so you know how to move around, and you guys hear a muffled yelp and a crunch as Detective Martin trips over something in the snow and slides 5 feet down a small...
Call is the tabernacle!
Just keep going.
I want to spot around and see if that's disturbed anything. Or
Okay,
anything.
you two could roll your spot hidden.
Hard success.
Extreme success.
Extreme success. Cool. You guys are on the north end of town, and you, Rip, notice on the McGregor Industrial Storehouse, you see a line of these black crows. And there's probably about 6 or 7 of them. And as the detective slips and falls and crunches and slides, all 5 or 6 of them, in unison, turn and observe the group. Gun, you are looking more at the residences, and as you see and hear the detective slip and fall, out of the corner of your eye, you actually notice in the top floor of the building that's closest to you guys, it is the one just up from the Yukon Steel warehouse, you see movement in the windows up there, as if someone is moving away from the window. The rest of you look up, and you guys see a silhouette of a humanoid creature kind of move out of frame from the window.
I'll just click the hammer on my revolver and just... Arrête, Monsieur Rip.
But it looks like there might be somebody up there.
What are they doing up there without heat? There's no lights, right? Can I do a spot hidden to see if there's any smoke?
No.
No?
You don't see any smoke coming from any chimneys. The town looks just quiet. Dead.
A
Empty.
little too quiet.
I would agree with Monsieur Rip, it is too quiet.
I think that the loudest of us should stay put, maybe head over to the inn, and the rest of us can scout out a bit.
I don't know. Look at those crows. I think we need to probably get inside.
I don't think we should split up.
As you point to the crow's gun, the crows take off from their perch. And you see another several dozen from various other rooftops all take off in one large flight. And they head north over your guys' head. They are silent. There is not a single caw. All you hear is the beating of their wings as dozens of black crows, the size of small dogs, fly over your heads.
So there we go, you have scared them away, and the threat has been neutralized.
Alright. Alright, what are we doing?
On to the train yard, Monsieur Rip.
We don't need to go to the storehouse anymore?
Well, you stop through the storehouse.
What are we looking for?
Gasoline.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys are going to which storehouse?
The one, well, we're going to try this one in the top northwest
Okay,
corner.
you're gonna
We're try to
try
find
our-
the gasoline to make the ring of fire.
Okay.
I don't think we need 5 of us to do it.
Well, it's just safety in numbers, honestly. I don't want to split up.
We shouldn't split up.
Alright. If there's fewer of us, we can go faster and quieter.
Yeah, I mean, we can cover you from behind. What's my stealth like? Am I feeling stealthy? No, I'm not here for stealth.
I'm okay for covering from a distance.
Yeah, I'll cover from a distance, bravely.
I'll sneak in.
Sure.
Okay.
What's going to be the signal if you get in
guess.
trouble?
Fucking shoot!
What?
Okay. You guys all make your way a little bit further on, still on the outskirts of town, when Rip finally gives his fond farewell and makes his way to the edge of this building. You guys are probably about 100 yards away from the edge of this building.
I'm gonna throw Gun a look and be like, you coming? Yeah, I'll go with.
Okay. I need the two of you to roll stealth checks, please.
Do you have anything for hand-to-hand fighting?
He's got the butt of his guns.
A revolver.
A
A big hunting knife.
Okay, I was gonna give you a knife. I'm gonna push.
Where are we going to stand? Gertrude, about 20 yards back from the building, looking in the windows, or?
I
I would say
failed.
if there's like a window that we can see
You
through.
failed?
Yeah.
I also failed.
Find a
Okay.
nice vantage point. If there's a hill, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way that the town is set is it is kind of central on this almost crater-like depression in the ground.
Yeah.
And around it is a hill that slides down into this town all the way around. So it's kind of sitting in a bowl. Okay? You guys are sitting at the top of the hill, about 100 yards north.
we need
of
to be
course,
closer, though, for doing cover.
Yeah, you probably should.
Well, we're all moving together for the first
Yeah.
bit, right?
We'll stay back, but we, like myself, Gertrude, Charity, we need to be close enough to shoot at if
I
something.
feel like it's perfectly fine if we're kind of like 10 yards or so away from the entrance. That way we have vantage points on
Yeah.
the right and the left of the city. In case
That's what we're
somebody's
going to try and do. We'll stand 10 yards back from the building.
10 yards back from the building. Okay, so I need the three of you to also roll stealth checks.
I'm going to push the shit out of it. Oh, that's good, Megan!
coming. That's still not good enough though. But I will.
No.
I will.
Have you never seen dice before, Miaca?
What? I don't know what I'm doing.
On the bright side, you rolled a 69. On the downside, that's still a failure.
I was left unsupervised.
What did you do? Did you push that?
I know I've done something.
Mark, what did you do?
I
Failed
failed
class.
the first roll, but I wanted to be effective for my teammates and make sure that they were covered if they got into trouble, which I assumed they would. And so I pushed the roll and failed off horribly.
How horribly?
It wasn't a critical fail. If anything, it's just a regular fail.
You said at the beginning of the session you got a lighter. You're a smoker, right?
Yeah.
You've been doing a lot of walking the past couple days. So as you're making your way down the hill, a cold breeze sweeps up the street, up Main Street, and blows over you, and you get this sudden harsh intake of cold air, and this sets your smoker's cough off, and you start hacking up along. It takes you probably 3 or 4 coughs. God damn it, Terry. So you stifle after about the 3rd or 4th cough, but the rest of you note that there is the sound of shifting coming from behind the building, like something clanging to the ground, moving, and you hear rapid footsteps coming toward you.
Well, I got my rifle out for sure.
I'm gonna hug the building and I'm gonna pull out my freaking shovel. I'm just gonna beat whoever this is. I'm gonna get a look at him first.
Coming around the corner is a 4.5 foot tall child. 10 or 11 years old, and it comes running around the side of the building. It pops its head out, and you see basically just its eyes. It's wrapped up in fabric and everything all around it. It's got a heavy coat on. It pops its head around and looks at you guys, and then pulls a chef's knife.
Ooh, shit.
Oh, well, I'm going to beat him in the fucking head with this.
Yeah.
With a shovel.
Before you do that,
10 or 11.
Everybody roll a psychology.
I got a 17. Is that like a hard success?
Oh.
That would be a hard success.
I barely failed.
Barely
failed.
I got a hard success.
I rolled 84.
I was on all. I got 93.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
The men are a little more trigger happy.
The men are a little bit more trigger happy, and you guys all pull your weapons back or get them ready to fire at this child, whereas the women put your hands up and try to calm everybody down, because you note that this child is wearing heavy furs, has a nervous look in its eyes. It's definitely not.
Does it have red eyes?
Does not have red eyes. And you had a hard success.
Yes.
So you note that its hand is shaking as it pulls out the knife.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll immediately swat your gun out of here.
I'm fire.
Charity, you not only notice that, but you hear a small mumble behind all like these heavy cloths around her face. You just hear this, please don't be infected, 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 behind this thing.
Okay. Alright, so I want to say, kind of put my hands up and say that we're not infected. We're the good guys.
You're not? And she pulls down, and you see that as it is an 11-year-old girl. What are you guys doing out on the streets? They'll catch you. We gotta go. Follow me.
Oh, okay.
And she takes off back into the street of Broadway there.
Are we following?
I will run after her.
Okay, rifle away, revolvers out.
Okay.
All right, you guys go. We'll catch up. We can use the gasoline. No, let's go.
Okay,
She
I'm
stops
running, so.
and turns and goes, "Why are you standing around? We gotta go."
Let's go. You said she's wearing furs?
Yes.
You have
She
dynamite,
Inuit?
right?
No. She is local.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'll go. I'll run.
Okay. She actually takes you guys up Broadway and across the train tracks. Just on the other side of the train tracks, there's a little bit of a dip down as the valley deepens, and there is a old shed that is there. You would guess it's like a fisherman's shed or whatnot. You're fairly close to the lake with the edge of the town here, and so she dips into this small shed and waves you guys in as you guys make your way up. Are you gonna follow her in?
Is there any sort of insight check?
Yes, that is the psychology.
I just want to see how trustworthy this child looks.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, yes! I got hard success.
Hard success. She looks like she is terrified and also relieved that she has found somebody else that is not trying to actively murder her.
Then I shall continue following her.
Okay, you guys flood into this itty-bitty little room. It's maybe like it's a shack. There are rusty tools all over the wall, and you make your way in, and she closes this rickety door behind you. And then she kind of forces her way in, and she goes, stand aside, and she reaches down, and there's a wooden panel board on the floor, and she grabs a little iron hook, and she lifts this up, this trap door. And there is a old looking ladder that kind of descends down into this dimly lit room. You actually see the orange pulsing light of some sort of maybe candle flame or whatnot in this room. She goes, get down, hurry.
Mademoiselle, what is down there?
My mom?
Is your mom infected?
No. We were only supposed to be here for a couple days, and then the train left, and we got trapped. I don't have time. Get down.
I'll go first.
Sure.
Rip. You descend down, and you look in, and you see a small wooden table kind of push up to one side with a bunch of linens and wool blankets and stuff that are kind of thrown on for a makeshift bed. and you see a small cast iron pot dangling over a very low flame, like very low fire. And it is this very small fire that is lighting this room. And you turn and you see a late 30s, early 40s woman, and her arm is up in a sling, and she has a massive swollen black eye. And she turns to look at you as you come in. She kind of blinks and goes, Alex? And you hear from upstairs, it's okay, Mom, I found them on the street.
Who are you and what do you want? Why are we down here?
My name's Esther. I told my daughter to go get food.
We're not food.
No. Do you have some?
No.
Oh. How long you been in Radiance?
What happened to you?
The sheriff.
Yeah, that tracks. Guys, we got an ally. Come on down.
You guys all going down?
Yeah,
sure.
Okay. You guys make your way down, and the 5 of you plus the 2 of them fill this room. And the little girl takes off this heavy jacket that she's wearing, and she's just covered in blood and mud and goop as she makes her way past you guys. And she throws this kind of rucksack on the floor and opens it up and produces like 4 cans.
Ooh.
Of like refried beans, right?
Where'd you find Mexican this time of night? In the Yukon. In 1922.
Where's the taco place, right?
She's like, these are all I could find. And she pulls these in, and her mom kind of shrugs and grabs these cans. And she kind of looks up at you guys and goes, so, hi.
I'd love to take a look at that arm if you'd allow.
Who the fuck are you?
My name is Nurse Gertrude. You're
Language is a child present.
She'll also like straighten her hat. It's like, bitch,
I'd like
I'm
to
a nurse.
I'd like to inspect the cans.
You're a nurse.
I am
Ignoring the Frenchman. Yeah, if you could take a look at this, I haven't been able to move it.
Okay. I will have a look.
Okay, roll a medicine.
That is a success.
Okay. Her arm is shattered from just below her shoulder all the way down to just above her wrist. This wound is not something you are going to be able to heal with just your basic nurse's tools. Her arm is destroyed.
The daughter, how close is she to where we are right now? I mean, the room is...
She is
distracted?
standing right next to her mom.
Okay. Well, I've got a bit of news about your arm, and I think maybe she should scooch before I tell you the news.
Well, she's not leaving this room.
Okay.
Have you not been outside
No,
long?
not leave the room.
Didn't you just send her outside by herself?
Outside
Like
the room.
2 minutes ago.
She's only been gone for 20 minutes.
Was
Just to get us food because we couldn't wait
Can't you
anymore.
go for another 2 minutes?
Have you not been out there very long?
Come on, little
If
girl,
it-
let's go peek out the front door, seeing no one followed us.
I had known him 3 days.
She looks up at you and goes,
Hi.
can the lovely lady come with us?
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
I want to stay here with the police officer.
She does or she doesn't?
She does.
Yeah. Good move.
Why?
You're scary.
He shot me.
I was trying
I'll
to
just stay
protect
here
him.
with my mom.
I was trying to protect him.
So you shot him?
Well then, persuasion.
He's
What happened to your ear?
Sure,
As
sure.
she's getting a good look at
Here.
you, she's like, what
I'm gonna
happened to
roll
your ear?
persuasion. I win. Alright, 68.
68? Okay, she will go with Miss Flanagan.
Alright, so I'll take her hand and be like, come on, and Rip's gonna go with us because I'm not going out there alone.
Okay.
Very well.
So the 3 of you head on out. We'll take care of that in a second. Nurse Gertrude.
I think the safest bet at this point is amputation. There's too many fractures here. It's not going to be able to heal itself and only poison you further.
I'm a mechanic. I can't do my job without my arm.
You can't do your job if you're dead.
Roll a persuade.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Shit.
gonna do
Persuade would be under what, though? Oh, it's actually persuade.
It's actually
Fantastic.
persuade. Yeah.
That is
I cut the right name this time.
hard success.
Really?
Yes.
Sure. What do you need?
Oh, many things. I need a sharp blade.
Gun.
Hunter's knife. Do you have one?
I also have a hatchet.
Well, I feel like a hatchet might... I don't know much about locking arms up. I usually just shoot him before it gets to this point. But
It's not a dog, Terry.
hatchet might be better, that's true. Or a person,
The
Rip.
hatchet might come in handy because we do need something to heat so that we can cauterize the wound.
Oh, there's fire.
I know, but I need a piece of metal, a large piece
Like
of
a
metal.
shovel.
Do you have a shovel?
Rip does.
He's outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at the top of the
Oh
stairs.
yeah, he's at the top of the stairs. You hear them going, oh shit, we need a shovel.
I also have a shovel.
Yeah, a shovel lands at the bottom of the...
We need your...
Shovel lands at the bottom of the ladder.
Oh, you can hear. Okay.
When you get to the top of the ladder, you see there are like tools and mining equipment all around this shed. Right?
They were
Like,
rusty
I'm
though,
going
right?
to do a bit of an investigation on this. What do I need to roll? I was just spot hidden. Well, I succeeded. I only succeeded.
Only succeeded. You find various pickaxes, replacement halves that have weathered the time quite well.
Is there anything that's going to be useful, or is it all rusted?
There's no, so some of it can be salvageable. You actually find like a 15-foot segment of chain, several padlocks that are open,
Are there any keys?
some pittons.
I'm pretty stoked about this. I'm gonna lock the pittons into the chain. Yeah, yep, I'm into it. What is that? That's just a brawl still, isn't it?
Yeah,
Noise.
but it'll do damage.
How do you want to call this?
Go ahead and roll a mechanical repair check.
You know what? I can do that. Oh fuck yeah, I can do that.
There is
Oh
no,
fuck yeah.
there's not hodgepodge together medieval weaponry.
Hard success. I'm gonna use 3 extreme success.
Ooh.
Hey, Adam.
All right, so hold on. What do I'm gonna?
You
call this
have-
a chain flail.
You have a chain flail. Yeah.
What's my damage gonna be in this?
You're gonna do a D6
Really?
with a 15-foot reach.
Holy shit.
That's
That's
pretty-
a good reach though.
You guys.
Cool. I assume you might have done this once or twice in your time in the war, perhaps?
Yes.
All right. Well, we need to hold it down. You ready?
She sits down and she pulls out like a leather strap and bites down on it and goes, "Arr!"
All right.
Oh, do you have any painkillers or anything like that?
It's
I have
1920s, my dude.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do have my
like
medical
heroin,
kit,
no?
but I'm going to use that after we lob her arm off. So,
Okay, Gun, I need you to roll a strength check
Well, can I help him hold her down?
with advantage.
That is extreme, yes.
Alright, you like,
She can't move.
How well are you gonna get this arm off?
yeah, I need for you to roll, I want to say medicine on this,
okay.
but I also want to say fighting axe.
Is there any kind of
There is no check for axe.
There's no
What are you doing? Just be clear. Are you just grabbing the hatchet and raw going in, or are you heating up the hatchet first on the coals? Like, what are you doing here?
So, I'm going to heat it, and then I'm just going to lob my best. If there's like an aiming, like I feel like...
Let's go with medicine, because that's what it's going to be, your knowledge of anatomy.
Yeah.
Where to take this
There
thing
is a
off.
fight axe, right?
There is a fight axe,
Yeah,
right?
And you would be trying to hit a specific point because you're trying not to get her to bleed out, I imagine.
But you have a good biology.
I do have good bio, and I also have good medicine.
Roll a biology real quick,
You
just
a
to
nurse
double
on the
check where to hit.
I'm only 22. 28 for bio, that is a hard success.
Okay, you know exactly where to strike. Roll your medicine with advantage.
So let's just roll.
Another percentile D10 and take the lower of the options.
That is a success.
A success?
Yeah.
Okay. You swing the axe down and you sever the arm completely. You, in your assisting and holding her down, were holding onto the arm. So now you have this broken noodle-like arm. in
That's
your
the
arms.
arm I wanted to hold out? I guess
Yeah.
I was holding it down.
You hold her down quite well, and she lets out a momentary scream and then faints on the spot. Blood starts pouring out of the wound.
I'll press the hot axe against it.
Okay, you pull the axe off of the
shovel?
No, it's the shovel.
Or the shovel.
Oh, the shovel. You pull the shovel out of the fires.
Yeah.
And press it up against the wound. I need you to roll another medicine check, please. This time with disadvantage because I rolled a con save for her and she failed, so she's bleeding heavily.
Oh, good. All right. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna push it, but I have to push it with disadvantage too, don't I? Well, it's better than a 95, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
That is gonna be a hard success.
Seriously, with disadvantage?
I rolled a 20 and a 27 and a 7.
Yeah, you sear the wound on her arm. The room fills with the smell of barbecue pork.
Excellent.
And the arm went off of the shoulder.
Just south of the shoulder.
Okay.
Like just past the muscle grouping. The wound itself looks infected in the traditional sense, but not as if it's...
Not like supernaturally.
Yeah, when the red blood is pouring out of this.
Okay. Okay.
Can I use I have a few medical kits. Can I use one of the medical kits to maybe
Stabilizer? Roll one last medicine check, please. Yeah, you do it. You're good. You expertly bind the wound and put it back up in a sling and hold it close to her chest, and you actually think you've done quite a good job with this.
Charity, what are we doing?
Well, you're building your thing.
I'm building a big fuck off flail.
And she, the little girl's coming over and like, what are you doing?
I'm building a big chain thing to hit some people from far away.
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
Is there anyone coming from outside? Since we're up here.
You didn't even look. You might just start making weapons.
Yeah, I got distracted.
Alright, I'll peek out and check.
No, there's nothing on it.
Okay.
I'm all going to take a look.
You're building a chain.
I know what I'm not building a chain.
Okay. You guys hear a muffled scream from below you, and then nothing. What do you guys want to do?
Should we leave her here?
Well, I think this is a very good safe place to rest. Why don't we just stay here?
Well, I guess that makes sense.
Stay here until morning, and then...
Well, we need we got a couple cans, right, of food. We've refried beans, apparently.
Mexican.
I don't think that's not enough for 7 people.
Okay, where do we want to go? To the inn, right?
I was thinking the inn, yeah.
I think the inn as well. I think we should make the hop, skip, and a jump across to the inn.
Well, you'd have to carry her. She's not waking up anytime soon.
Oh, I don't
should leave
know
her.
her. So...
Well, I'm not leaving her.
Okay, as a police officer, I guess I'll help. And we'll bring her with us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How?
Is there a wheelbarrow here?
No, there's not a wheelbarrow here. However, she is down a hole.
We should just leave her.
Well, Gunn can probably throw her up, chuck her up. How tall's the ladder to get out of the hole?
About 10 feet.
Well, he's got a 15-foot chain, so...
Well, I got rope as well.
There we
So
go.
do I.
So you're just gonna tie her up?
Well,
We should not take her outside.
I'll carry her.
No. The safest place for her is to stay here. Maybe you and Gunn should go
Get
to...
supplies. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
and
pretty
come back.
scrappy. Alright.
The three of you, Charity, Gertrude, and Martin, are going to stay. And Gun and Rip. Rip and Gun.
Rip and Gun.
The Adventures of Rip and Gun.
Detectives. Take my gun, take my badge, I'll work outside the law.
So the two of you make your way out to go find supplies to hunker through the night.
Is the little girl staying in the shed?
Yeah, she sees her mom pass out unconscious and looks to the nurse and goes, "What happened?
Just had to do a little procedure.
Is she gonna be okay?"
She'll be fine. She'll be awake in the morning.
You sure about that?
You know what? This is my bedside manner at its best.
Okay, cool. Do me a favor. Roll a fast talk. No, roll a charm.
I fail.
You fail? She's like, "What?" And she goes over and she just starts kind of crying into her mom's shoulder. She looks up at you and goes, Why did you have to cut it off? Couldn't you have fixed it?
No.
I'll roll a persuasion.
Okay, so Charity, could you please speak to the child?
Success, of course. All
Okay. She calms down as you persuade, and she just goes, okay. As long as you guys help us get out of this hellhole, I guess that's all I have to do.
Language!
Rip and Gun. Gun, you climb the ladder to see Rip standing there with a 15-foot length of chain with pittons bolted onto it with deadbolts.
I like your spike chain.
Deadbolts. Padlocks.
Padlocks, yeah.
Well, thank you. Shovel?
Yes.
Is it still down there?
Yes.
There, I got my shovel.
Okay. The two of you make your way out. Where are you headed?
Well, hold on. Just to be clear, we're after gasoline and food and probably blankets for the night.
I don't think we need gasoline.
The French guy keeps saying gasoline.
We're well hidden underground here. I
No.
think it'll just bring attention to us.
No, aren't we just making a ring of fire if we get surrounded?
But if we make the ring of fire, they'll know we're there, and they'll just...
Why don't we just make a ring of gasoline and not light it until we need to light it? So, go to the inn, and if we can't find anything there, we stop by the storehouse.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. You make your way up to the train tracks, and as you guys make your way up to the train tracks, I assume here's where you're going to start being a little bit more stealthy?
Yeah.
Okay, roll stealths, and roll spot hiddens as well, please.
Stealth first.
Success on stealth.
Success on stealth.
Okay.
Spot hidden. Success on spot hidden.
Success.
Okay. You guys get your way up to the top of the train tracks, and of course, this area would be pitch dark, dead of night kind of pitch dark, if it weren't for the reds and purple light being cast down from the aurora borealis. And as you guys make your way up to the train tracks, you actually look to your right down the train tracks, a little bit past the main train stop. It takes you a couple seconds to realize that this is a form of a person, but it is clearly over 7 feet tall, 4 feet wide, and it is standing with its back turned to you, its shoulders kind of slumped over, and resting in its hand kind of on its side as it just stands there. It is also shirtless and exposed to the elements. Its back's to you as well. You see this large this large section of rail tie, like the actual track of the railroad, that it has in its hand off to the side, and it's just kind of breathing slowly. And you guys climb up, and there's a couple crunches as you guys are climbing up, and it pops its head up, and then its head drops back down. And as it pops its head up, you see that it's hairless. Absolutely hairless. And then it drops back down. This thing is probably 100 yards away from you, 120 yards away from you down the track. Okay. And its back is to you, and it's just standing in the middle of the train tracks. You guys stealth past this thing and make your way down Main Street. You are standing between the dry goods store and the Richard Carter and Co. storehouse. You're standing just off to the side by the storehouse, looking down Main Street. You know, behind the building is where you guys kind of pass by, there is a tall wall that you pass that is kind of shielding your vision past into the backs of these buildings. What would you guys like to do?
Dry goods is food?
Dry goods is food.
Let's start there.
Yep.
Okay. You make your way over to the front door of this dry goods place, and the door is sitting slightly ajar.
Is there a window I can look in and spot first?
Roll spot hidden.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, extreme.
Ooh, hard success.
Hard success. Okay. You guys look in the window. It's empty. There's no one in here at all.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
You make your way in, and there are meat hooks that are kind of hanging from the front window where, like, dried meats would hang. There are no meat rings or anything hanging off of them. There's several large barrels that seem to have been tipped over, and flour has been pulled out of them. There's a couple other large crates and whatnot that are sealed closed. There is, however, on the back of the building, there's a wall of cans and jars of things, and you would suspect that this is where Alex, who was the little 11-year-old girl. This is where she got her cans right before she saw you guys as she was exiting this building. At about her height, 4.5 feet up, there is rows of beans and canned vegetables and stuff like that. She looked like she grabbed 3, heard you guys, and left. Like, there's still quite a lot here. As you look higher up, there's other cans of other types of foodstuffs. All of it's dried or canned. It's all behind this large service counter of sorts that has a glass container on the inside, which is just fogged up. You can't quite see through the glass. What would you guys like to do?
Gotta get some food. Like, quickly.
I want to know what's in the glass.
Okay. How?
Is there a little slidey door?
On the back.
Okay. Yeah, let's go behind the
Okay.
camera.
As you guys go around the counter, I need you both to roll sanity saves, please.
Oh, good. Ugh, I'm push it. Can I push sanity?
No, you cannot.
It's just what it is?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I failed.
Okay. Adam, you are going to take 6 sanity damage.
Oh, good. Was that a D6, Dan?
That was a d6.
Good.
You're going to take 6 sanity damage, and then we are going to roll an effect for you. And I'm going to tell you what you guys see. That makes you roll the sanity check.
I mean, this doesn't bother me. I rolled an 18. My sanity's 91. Like, this isn't even close.
Roll 1d10. You turn the corner, and you see a small woman. She's maybe 5'4", and she's kind of pushed up against the one side, and her chest cavity has just been opened and exposed. All of her innards, all of her organs have been splayed out across this area. Her head is back and twisted, and it looks like there has been bite marks removed from her flesh. Her eyes are rolled in the back of her head. Her face is enraptured by something in death. You see next to her, laying on the ground, is a small Asian man. He's got blood covering his mouth. His eyes are gouged out by something you don't quite know, and he doesn't have a strip of hair on his entire body. Rip, you look over to this, seeing the body of this woman with her chest cavity opened and exposed. You see the body of the young Asian man with holes and puncture wounds all through his body, and you have a flashback to the war. You see your brothers in their spot. Your one brother with his chest cavity exploded by shrapnel, and your older brother laying on the ground, all of the puncture wounds from the shrapnel piercing his body.
Alright.
What is your guys' dexterity?
85.
Oh, 66.
You see this look. I need you to roll a psychology. That's what I'll give you to go first.
No.
Gun, you look and you see Rip. His face is kind of blanched. His eyes are looking off in the distance somewhere, and he is breathing heavily. Rip, there is a German soldier standing next to you. What would you like to do?
Well, I was never combatant in the war. So as enraged as I am, they killed my entire family. I'm going to...
Just real quick, I'm going to read this out to you to influence your decisions.
Yeah.
A red mist descends on the investigator, and they explode in a spree of uncontrolled violence and destruction directed at their surroundings. Allies or foes alike for 1d10 rounds.
Sure.
And I rolled a 2.
Yep.
So, you are exploding in a spree of uncontrolled violence and destruction.
Well, I didn't have anything in my hands, so I'm punchy. Right, I didn't have a weapon.
Yes,
And
but
I'm
you
exploding.
Yep.
So, I'm going to punch.
Okay. Roll a brawl.
Good answer.
I'm going to dodge. That's a success. I got a 47.
That's a success.
Okay. Tie goes to the runner. You drop as Rip's fist swings over your head. You make no contact with anything.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
I'm all upset. There's tears in my beard. It's gross. It's like snot in the
I was
mustache.
gonna say frozen snot coming down.
Gunn, what would you like to do?
I'm
Sorry,
going to
Tuesday
attempt to
for
run
you.
away from him.
You're going to attempt to run away?
Yeah, I want to stay in the building, though. I just want to, down an aisle. And
Okay. You book it down an aisle. I would like for you to make a dexterity check, please.
Oh, yeah. Extreme success.
Okay. Yeah. You roll over the bench that serves a counter that serves as this thing, and you kind of roll down the glass, and you take off in into one of the aisles. Rip, what would you like to do?
Smash the glass beside me.
Smash the glass beside you?
Yeah, it says attack my surroundings, right? So I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Okay. You lose your crap on the stuff around you. You are shattering glass. You are pulling the cans and stuff off.
How long is it around?
So how much destruction can a 6'6" beast do in an enclosed space with his bare fists, right? You're making a hell of a lot of noise. But your vision clarifies and you stop yourself in the midst of this. You are going to take a damage.
And I stop and I say, wait a minute. My youngest brother, Jordy, wasn't an Asian man.
Yeah, but it took you a minute. It took you a minute to remember that your beloved younger brother was not in fact Asian. You calm down, but you have made a hell of a racket.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. He calms down.
I'm going to slowly peek around the corner, see what he's doing.
You're at this point, you're probably weeping. Like, there's... This vision of your brothers is not something that you think about often.
Hold on, but I'm going to grab my necklace with 3 dog tags, and I'm going to...
You start working them in your fingers?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got to come back. That's my anchor.
Yeah, fair enough. You are kind of in a different realm for this right now, mentally. I need you to roll a listen check, please.
No. I am
Okay.
not successful.
You hear heavy breathing.
Yep.
And not a lot else coming from anywhere else. What would you guys like to do?
I want to see... Rip. You doing all right there, bud?
Yeah, do we want chili or spicy chili? I'm taking shit off the shelves now. I'm trying to, get my shit back together.
Yeah.
Just grab what you can. Let's just get out of here quick.
Roll a luck check real quick. Both of you.
Oh, shit, yeah.
No.
Success.
Okay.
Fail.
You grab 10 or 12 cans of various canned vegetables and beans and whatnot. You also manage to find, tucked away in a corner, you find a small supply of woolen blankets, and this is basically the general store. So there's a supply of blankets and covers.
Is there lantern oil or anything? Like gasoline?
Not that you found. As you guys are kind of putting the last of this in your bag, and you start looking around saying, oh, if there's blanket, there might be lantern oil, you hear a crash from outside. As someone, breaking through something.
Freeze.
After a moment, you hear heavy footfalls. And the sound of something dragging, metallic, on concrete.
I'm going to be stealthy here, and I want to say something to him, but let's see.
Can I roll listen to help?
Yes, you can.
I listen. Did it
What
help?
would you like to say?
Still have some dynamite. Put your dynamite here. I'll light it. Let's jump out the window.
Can we open the window first?
You guys are standing kind of in the back of the shop. There is a window probably 10 feet away, just on the side of the building. This would go out onto the diagonal cutting street across the entire length of the town there.
Okay.
That's where that would exit, and it's about 10 feet away from you. As you guys make your way over, you see in the doorway of the shop this 7+ foot tall monstrosity of a being. It is wide. You see thick corded muscle all the way around it, but the form underneath, the form of the muscle is bizarre. And as you get another glimpse at it, you actually see it shifting under its skin. You look up at it. I need both of you to roll sanity saves.
Extreme success.
Extreme success.
Good. You guys look up at this thing's face. Its jaw is disjointed and hanging low with this large open grin. Its tongue is lolling out of its mouth, and it's long and black and thick drips of this slobber-like substance is dripping off of it. Down its entire chest and the lower jaw is blood and gore and chunks of flesh that are clearly not its own. Its eyes are bright, pulsing red. It has no hair anywhere on its body, and its head is enlarged and kind of lopsided as what look like worms under the surface, barely under the surface of its skin, are pressing up and moving across.
Is this the same thing we saw on the train tracks?
It looks similar.
Okay.
And then it howls at you and breaks through the entrance of this building. Glass is shattering, wood splinters everywhere. What do you guys want to do?
Light the dynamite and get out the window.
Okay. I would like for a jump. You guys did not get a chance to open the window.
I'm going to open the window.
You're lighting dynamite.
I'm not lighting
No, I'm lighting dynamite.
You're lighting-
I'm opening the window.
Okay, you open the window, get out. I will need for you to roll a dexterity.
I don't do it.
Okay. You make it through the window. Glass shattering around you as you jump through the window.
The window I opened?
The window you failed to open as you were scrambled away.
Alright.
Gun. You're just lighting it and running?
Yeah, I want to just put it down on the counter and light it, and then jump out the window.
Okay, roll a jump as well then.
Dex?
Dex works, yeah.
I'm good.
96.
Would you like to push it?
Yes.
Oh, God. Gun's getting blown up.
46. I'm going to use 4 luck and be successful.
What you do is you grab the window and you slam it up and try to get through. As you are jumping through, it dislodges and falls in its opening. It's a sliding window. And you get caught in the foot with it. You fall out and you hit the ground, causing this damage. You light the dynamite, turn, see the windows close, and quickly flip it up and dive through as fast as you can. The two of you are on your feet in an instant, booking it down the street as a massive explosion echoes throughout the town. You hear a high-pitched scream. It sounds reminiscent of the burning of the worms in the house, just up by the actual mine that you guys did not go in and explore.
It was creepy, man.
Which way are you guys going?
We're going back to the shack.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to find somewhere safe
This
now.
screaming dies. You take probably 20 steps, just absolutely booking it down. You see of course, a bright flash of light when the explosion hits. And the screaming, shuddering being fades out. The sound fades out as you guys are running away, and eventually all you hear are your own footfalls and your heavy breathing as this thing is, as you are making your way away from the explosion. You hear responding screams and howls throughout the town as this happens. I need you guys to roll stealth as you make your way back to the...
Ooh. Extreme success. Extreme success.
Extreme success? Okay, yeah, you guys make your way through, no problem. You make your way over to the edge of the train tracks, and you look behind you to just double check to see if you're being followed, and you don't see anything behind you. It seems like you guys have kind of evaded capture. You slide down the embankment to this wood shack and go to open it and make your way down inside this little trap door, closing the trap door behind you. What would you guys like to do?
Rest.
Eat. You want to rest
Hand
now?
out the food.
What the hell, Rip?
What?
You punched at me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Where'd you go? What happened there?
Oh no, it's 1920s. Nothing. Leave me alone.
Aww. Aw, Ref.
Can we please heal?
Is it the evening time?
It is the evening time.
I can heal.
1 medicine check per person.
And then I'll do medicine. Rounds of medicine.
Someone
checks
else
for
want to do
everybody.
this?
Oh, first
I'm
aid?
perfectly fine.
I'll first aid your
Shut
friend.
up.
Can
Just a
I,
little. Just a
after
little.
seeing his ankle, can I first aid him?
Yeah. Rip limps into the room.
So that is an extreme success.
Can I get a medicine?
Alright, so I'll do medicine for you. What is a success?
A D3.
Oh, splendid. I only needed 1 hit point. So.
Would you like some assistance?
Please.
Some aid, shall we say. That's a success as well.
Can I get a proper medicine check now for my other wounds?
Okay, fine. 3.
Charity, are you feeling wounded, peckish?
She has not so much got a sliver this entire time.
No, but I'm feeling a little hungry, so we could open that bag of food that you
Alright.
All it says is taco stuff.
Take it.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Taco in a can.
God damn it, Megan. God damn it.
I'm gonna push it.
But you're gonna end up amputating my fucking foot because it's goddamn.
No, because that ends up being a hard success, which is what you need to get a regular success.
Yes.
So
1,
3.
3. All right, that's cool. You can't go above your max.
your
though, right?
nurse is
No.
having a really good day. Can I medicine check myself though?
Yes, you can. With advantage because you've been doing so well.
Ooh, I'm having a good nurse day. So for myself, if it meets the hard success number, does that make it a hard success? So yes, hard success.
4 hit points.
Sweet.
All right, so yeah, we rest up then.
Yeah.
Get some sleep, get some food.
You guys sleep. Is there going to be a watch system?
We don't have a dog right now.
I'll take the first watch.
So you'll take first watch?
Yeah.
Spot hidden. Or listen.
I'll do a watch as well.
You are looking outside of the little wooden shed. And at about what you would think is 2 o'clock in the morning, you can't really tell. Your concept of time at this point is now starting to slip past you. You see a pack of wolves run maybe 200 yards out front of this thing. Each one of these things is the size of a Great Dane or larger. They are these massive beasts, and they run past the front of your shed. You wait a minute, and you feel a slight tremor in the ground, and you see this 15 foot tall of the shoulder beast of a wolf loping behind it. Okay, and it stops, and its head extends up, and it sniffs the air as you are sitting there. It howls the same howl you heard when you saw this thing in the woods, and then makes its way out and west away from the village.
Who's taking second watch?
I'll take it.
Okay, roll a spot hidden.
Oh, no, it's a success though. Yep. 58 against 62.
The only thing of note that you see happens what you would think of as like the very first little bit of the morning. Of course, it's still pitch dark. The light hasn't changed, and your idea of time is starting to get really hazy. But you do see, at one point, you had to kind of double check. You are looking out into this large flat section that is leading out of the west of the town. And you look down for a minute and you're reviewing notes and whatnot in your book, and you hear a snap outside, and you look outside, maybe 250 yards away. You see this silhouette of a man. Its head is a little too long, though. Long and oddly shaped. It is a silhouette. You can't see any features. You go and you reach for your gun and you pull it out and you look back and it's gone. And that's the only thing that happens during your watch.
And how far away was it?
About 250 yards.
Okay. Anyone taking over from me?
Yep, I'll take third.
I'll let Gunther the Hunter know on the way to bed that, hey, there's a creepy dude walking around the side over there.
Okay.
Okay. Spot in.
100.
Oh, shit.
000.
do you want to push it?
Yeah. Push it.
Oh my god!
I did it again! That is 100 again!
Well, you're dead. So,
Gun,
yeah.
you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Nothing happened during your watch.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You guys are sitting there in the dark of your little hole in the ground. A breakfast of canned refried beans and canned vegetables. The girl's mom had a fitful night, but she wakes up. And she struggles to sit up, and she's a bit pale. She's lost a lot of blood, but she'll pull through. And her daughter brings like a little canteen over to her, and she sips some water. And she looks you in the eyes and goes, thank you. I think. Do we have a plan to get out of this town?
Alright, so we didn't tell you guys before, but we ended up blowing up a building. I'm sure you heard it. Because there was a big, 7-foot scary guy with, this giant jaw.
Oh, I guess none of us asked what that explosion was when we got back.
So we didn't want to terrify anybody before they went to sleep. You guys knew. Come on. It looks like anything in the town is compromised. We should figure out a way out. But let's go to the inn.
I know that if we're alive, there might be other people alive, not infected, not part of this madness. Somewhere. My husband's out there somewhere.
What's his name?
Was he Chinese?
Darren?
Darren.
Yeah. But my husband left, I don't know, a day and a half ago.
Left?
Yeah, he said he needed to get us food and supplies, and he never came back.
Mm-hmm. You've been down here for a day and a half?
About that? Since the train left.
Interesting.
Could he potentially get on the train?
I don't know why he would have left without us.
Why did the train leave?
We don't know.
Well, the town's not that big, right? We could circle the town calling for him and see what comes out onto the streets.
No.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Now the
We
escape
don't have the
plan.
proper provisions to actually fight anything. We never really got ammo last night, right?
How much dynamite do we have?
7.
7 dynamite.
Could we just blow up the town?
This is a shitbox.
Not with 7 dynamite. We would need
8.
8 dynamite.
Could we lure them into a dynamite trap, perhaps?
Oh!
Who's they? Who we lured?
Yes.
The creepies?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, Gunther. What is your plan?
How many are there before we decide to lure them? Because if there's even half
What
as many
did you
wolves,
see last night? I didn't see anything.
200 wolves and a big one.
The same big
a
one.
shit ton of wolves and the big one.
We're gonna need you to start telling us what happens on your watches and when
Nobody asks.
I think we should make our way to the inn, and I think if we find people there, then, more strength and more.
I'm thinking if we're gonna blow up the entire town, then maybe some booze to blow it up.
Why would we cause attention to this?
Oh, hey, there's a place here called the Li Feng Hung Laundry. Now, I don't know how many Asian gentlemen there are in this small Yukon town, but he may have come from that laundry. Oh, we could go to the kennels and get another dog.
This. Goddamn.
They mentioned the kennels. You have been to the kennels.
There is absolutely nothing left in those kennels. In fact, I would recommend not going.
Why? What was there / not there?
Bunch of dead dogs.
Okay.
They were definitely all murdered
By whom?
by one of the residents here, I think. She attacked us at one point, and that's how we ended up coming to hunt and look for you guys.
Oh, you and Kelvin.
Yes.
What? Oh, yeah.
Poor Kelvin.
Or Keith.
Kelvin Keith.
Kelvin Keith.
What if
The
we
worst
go
name.
down to the Canada Post and Telegraph office and telegraph for some help?
We
from-
did pass an army base on the way
From
up.
the army base.
That sounds like a really good
Yeah.
idea.
Canada Post and Telegraph.
All right.
We're splitting up?
Should we go by the inn? I like the idea of Molotov cocktails. I like the idea of having explosives and setting fires.
Oh, I still have one, I think.
And liquor lights.
Well, the inn might also have
Where are
other
we
provisions,
again?
more medical kits.
You guys are
Yeah.
you guys are sitting about some distance to the west of the train tracks,
Oh, great.
just outside of town.
On
We
the
could set
other
up the
side
inn
of
as a safe
town.
post.
Or we could run a raid on the police station. I'm not saying it's the best idea, but there is ammo, right?
At this point, I'm inclined to just kill anyone
We know.
because they're a threat. I say we go to the police station. That's where the ammo is going to be, and the more offensive supplies, handcuffs,
And then take the supplies to the inn.
right? Take the supplies to the inn.
Load up on...
Well, there's cots and stuff at the courthouse.
Yeah, but we can load up on stuff at the inn as well, and then hole up in the radio tower, call and wait for help with all of our provisions and ammo.
Sure.
Deal.
Yes?
To the courthouse.
How are you doing this? You're just walking out, all of you brazenly walking down the streets. What are you doing with the
The
little
Magnificent
girl?
Seven.
But we're going to SWAT team into this thing. Boom, door down, and we'll do room
Esther and Alex are going with you?
Esther's gonna
That's-
slow us down.
So's Alex. Although she could be a decoy.
think
I
she
don't
can
want to be a
handle
decoy.
Shut up, kid. You don't even know what the word means. It's 1922. How old are you? You've had 1 year of schooling.
Yeah.
My dad was a hunter. I don't know what a decoy is.
I'm not the father. I'm not the
I
father.
thought your dad was a mechanical engineer.
Who hunted is the 20s.
He is a man in the 20s.
Right. Well, should we give Alex a gun?
This will only go poorly.
Have you ever used a gun, Alex?
I mean, I've got my knife.
How big's that knife?
It's like a butcher's knife. It's like a good sized.
Canadian chef knife kind of thing.
Gunther, do you have a gun that we can give to the child?
No,
Let's
no,
not.
no. Just leave her with the knife.
Dad never let me fire the guns. It's not a lady's thing to do.
Well, after hearing our plan, do you have
Well-
any interest in actually coming with us on this?
Alex looks up at her mom and goes, I don't want to leave my mom, and she's not fast
No.
right now. Like, with her.
Let's leave them the food supplies. We'll pick up more on our way. We're heading by the inn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll come back for you. Probably.
We
How about-
tend to get distracted.
If we get signal, are we going to the radio tower?
Yeah, but they don't have a radio in here to hear us.
No, I mean like if we hear from somebody, then we can go get them, right?
Yeah.
Just let them know if we hear something.
Don't worry, we'll be back.
Okay,
Don't leave.
we won't unless we have to.
No, stay down here.
What?
With the hatch shut.
Yeah.
Do we want to have like a special knock or something?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. That could be anyone.
I don't think a monster is going to be that great.
The password is chain flail.
I could remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
What's
so
the password?
Can you remember
chain
that?
Also, I'm going
Dot
to
that.
give her 2 feet of chain with a padlock to chain it from the inside.
You guys make your way out. It is dark and depressive. There's a heaviness in the air, and you look up, and the aurora is still active and teeming with life above you, with this quickly moving and shifting landscape of lights above you, of purples and reds and deep blues. You make your way out of the little shack and climb up the hill towards this stretch of rail. At this point, I need you all to make spot hiddens.
Not another 100. Not another 100. An extreme success.
Extreme success.
An average success.
A regular success.
No, don't say that about yourself.
Extreme fail.
Spot hidden is just not your thing.
No, it's not.
What did you
Describe
roll?
it would be
70.
Oh, so not an extreme fail.
Oh.
I have a question. What are you doing with your luggage in this time? Since this is a scouting mission and you guys are returning to the shack.
Would anyone like to carry my luggage?
No.
No.
Chain flail.
I guess I'm just gonna leave it in the damn.
It's the collateral.
Why don't we put it on? Why don't we put it on top of the trap door to hide it from anybody else?
Okay.
Okay, cool. What were our successes for the spot hidden?
56.
Extreme.
Regular.
Regular.
Okay, you are distraught by leaving your money behind.
Pretty much.
This is your lifeline, and you've had to leave it behind. The two of you make your way up to the hill, and you look down on either side, and you see another large, hulking form standing in the exact same spot he was before, but this one looks burned and seared. You see large gashes of wound, and you actually see a post of wood, probably about a foot long, jammed into one of his shoulders, and the arm is just kind of hanging lifelessly on his side, but his other arm is still holding the steel tie, and he's breathing heavily, and he's standing back where he was before. And the two of you see that your extreme successes. You look up and see that there are a smattering of crows at the top of the buildings. They've returned. In the morning, they have returned. As your eyes are up looking at them, you are actually looking down the street of Broadway, and you can kind of see the windows on the upper floor of the storehouse. And as you both are looking up, you see a flash of light. Just real quick, just a little flick of light. You wait a second, thinking this is weird, and you see another quick little 3 dots of light coming from the window. There's shrapnel and ruin all over the street. There's a thick plume of smoke erupting out of this building.
I'm gonna tap Gun on the shoulder and be like, point at my eyes. I'm gonna point up at the second story window.
Okay.
And this is where I saw the guy in the window yesterday as well.
Yeah, on the other side of the building, but in the same building, yeah. And you look, and there's another quick little flash of 3, and then a flash of 3 again, but these ones are held a little longer, and then another flash of 3.
Yeah. Guys, we need to go check out what's going on in here. It might be Darren. Do you guys want to continue on and I can go have a look, or are we doing this together?
Yeah, I'll go with you guys.
Alright.
We're going into this building.
We should stick together.
Okay, you guys are gonna go check it out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Stealth our way in.
Stealth your way in?
Stealth.
Is that everyone?
Fucking right.
Unless you want to stand in the middle of the railway by yourself.
No.
Success.
This is stealth?
Yep.
Sorry.
I got success, Dan. Stealth, in which I'm not stealthy.
No. Close.
Did not succeed.
I did not succeed.
Success.
And a success? Okay. Yeah. Rip and Martin, there's no movement of the crows or anything above you. You don't see any other movement drawn to your vision. The 3 of you, however, you're making your way along, and the road here is just in absolute ruin. And as you're going along, what is the 3 of yours luck?
My luck?
Mine?
No, I need to know
32.
Gertrude's, Gunther's, and Cherry's.
Mine is 49.
It's 49.
45.
32.
You, Gunther, are walking along, and you step on a...
Landmine.
No, you actually, a can that had been rocketed out of the building and buried in the snow across the street. You walk along, and you actually step on it, and it rolls out from under you, and you fall down in the snow. You're going to take a damage as you fall, and there's this eruption of snow as your large form hits the snow. You look up to see the crows again turn and look at the group of you. All of their red eyes, all at the same time, looking at you, and at that moment you hear a howl erupt through the town. What do you guys want to do?
Stealth faster.
You are right in front of these large double doors that enter into...
Hey, open the doors. Let's get the fuck
Okay.
inside, guys. Like,
Okay.
it's...
You guys crash into the building, slam the doors behind you. It is dark in here. You're now inside the building. You don't have the benefit of the aurora. It is too dark to see.
I'm gonna cast light on my sword. No? Okay.
No, sorry.
But I am going to pull out my really dim flashlight, the big like suitcase flashlight, and I'm going to turn it on, and I'm hoping that it's dim enough that no one's going to be able to see it through windows.
You flick the switch, and the thing comes to life instantly. It casts a wide beam of light. It's strong where it casts the light itself, but
has defined edges.
It has defined edges to it, so you could direct it. You don't think anyone's going to be able to see very.
I'm pointing it at the ground as well.
Okay. You are standing in this large hallway. There is off to the side. There is a set of stairs that goes up. And there's large double doors all the way down the hall to the end of the building.
Way upstairs. Let's go upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way up the stairs, and so if this was a 4-story building, it was on the 3rd floor. So you make your way up to the 3rd floor. You see another long hallway with what looks like office fronts all the way down this hallway.
We can't see anything down the hallway.
Doesn't seem to be anything. There's some clutter in the hallway off to the side, like there's an old desk chair that's been toppled over and boxes against the sides, and a thick layer of dust. Like this building hasn't seen a lot of use recently, but there is nothing really of note. You don't see light, you don't see anything.
Which room was it? I would like to listen.
Roll a listen.
I would not listen.
Okay, you fail your listening. Rip and Gertie, you're the ones who saw the light. I want you to roll a... Let's go with intelligence check, please.
Success.
Hard success.
You guys know it's probably one of the end units on the right. And your hard success, it's the second from the end.
Was that one from, if I'm calculating my windows correctly, that one.
Okay.
I'm leading the way with the flashlight.
Okay, are you rolling a stealth or no?
Yeah.
Okay, roll stealth.
Success.
Nope, there's no point in me pushing it if everybody else fails.
Nope. The wood here is old and creaking. And as you are walking down, your footfalls echo through the hallway. And you get the odd glimpse through these large glass windows that are separating the offices from the hallway. You see chaos in each of these rooms, like stuff has been flipped over or searched through, and you're making your way down. And as you get to the edge of this second to last office on the right, you see a old cork ball roll very, very gently outside of the front of the window. And there's a piece of paper tied to it. It bounces off the wall and starts rolling down the hallway towards you. There's a piece of paper tied to it.
I'm gonna bend down and pick it up. Be like, ball. I'm just gonna hand it. Who's right behind me? I'm still holding the flashlight. I can't. I'm not put the flashlight.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
What does the paper say?
Shut up.
Throw it at you.
Roll a dexterity.
Not
I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna fight it.
Hard pass.
94.
You gently lob it at his forehead.
And it bounces off. And there's a clattering noise as this thing falls to the ground and rolls a couple feet before you pick it up.
Regardless.
And you look at it, and again, the note says, just shut up, written on it. However, you have not shut up, and with the loud noise you just made, you hear a lot of commotion coming from the far end of the hall.
Behind us?
Behind you.
I'm ducking into the nearest room and hiding.
I'm gonna draw my revolver.
Okay. What are the other three of you doing?
I'm following Rip.
I'm placing the flashlight on the ground, pointed in the direction of the noise, and I'm ducking into the nearest.
Yeah.
Okay, the nearest office is the one that you were headed towards.
All right.
Okay. Gertie?
I will follow this man.
Gunn was drawing his gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand behind him.
Don't you also have a gun?
Yeah, but I only have 2 shots.
Rip, you dive into one of the rooms.
I'm following
Miss
Rip.
Charity. Miss Charity dives in after you. And you come face to face with this old prospector-looking man. He's got a big beard and kind of crazy eyes, and he's missing 3 of his teeth off to the side. He's got some sort of facial wound that he's just bandaged up himself with what appears to be a strap of linen. And as you dive into his room, he has a very old, rusted, worn pickaxe, and he's standing there with it. He goes, "Ah! Shut up. I told you to shut up. Can you... You got guns?" And as he says this, you guys hear a crashing noise as these 3 shapes, they're smaller shapes, probably the size of a small dog. These forms are misshapen. They are fairly watermelon shaped with long snouts at the end of them, with a black nose on the end with long whiskers that are curling and moving. They are gigantic engorged rats that are running down the hallway to you.
Yep.
They are about 90 feet away. 90 yards away.
Okay, well, I can't fire it yet. I have a Molotov cocktail. God, I mean, we got time.
How many staircases are there to get up here?
There's the one that you came up that's up in the middle. There's one at the far end and one at the other far end.
So there's another way down if you light the whole place on fire?
Yeah.
We're just systematically wrecking buildings, right? Like, fuck, man, do you think? How many other room?
No.
I mean,
Hey, they're 90
prospector
meters
shit.
away, right? So I got time. I'll just put my revolver away. I'm going to pull my rifle out and say, well, shall we?
No, we shall not. Let's not draw any more attention to ourselves here.
Correct.
They are running down the hallway at you.
Is there something to block the hallway with?
I mean, there's desks and stuff in other rooms.
It's not
But these things have been they vaulted into the hallway and are running towards you.
and the room that they jumped into has a door?
Yep.
Well, let's get in the room and close the door.
Ugh, okay, fine.
Okay, you guys dive into the room and slam the door behind you. I'm assuming
Does the door swing out or in?
it swings into the room.
Alright, I'm going to take one of these pittons that I picked up, because I picked up like a shit ton of them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to jam it down into the floor, and I'm going to use the butt end of my pickaxe, just hammer this thing in so the door won't fly open.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Roll a strength check real quick.
Ooh, that is an extreme success.
so
Cool.
strong. So strong.
You drive this thing into the floor quite well, and the 5 of you are standing, and there's this old prospector who's got his hands up as Charity's got a gun drawn on him. Hi.
Are you Darren?
No.
What's your name?
Grant.
Grant. Is that your first name or your last name?
Last.
What's your first name?
Come on, just call me Grant.
What's your first name?
My name is Bernice Grant.
Hey,
Hey, Bernie, what you doing in here?
You'll say this many things.
Thank you. This is where I've been hiding from the crazy.
For how long?
alright, how long was this conversation before shit's happening at the door?
It's when he goes, the crazy, you guys hear scratching at the door and pounding against it, thumping against the door and sniffing underneath the crack of the door. Can you not point that at me there, lady?
Can you not?
And you see that he's got a wide halo of gray messy hair and big bushy beard. He's missing all the teeth. He's got a big red nose. And he's just sitting there this is my house. This is where I live, alright? What was once an office has become a bum squatter pad. There is just linen strewn about. There's piles of old food. There's a smell no one quite wants to breathe in deeply of. The one window, there's 2 windows in this place. One of them is heavily boarded. The other one has a little 1 foot by 1 foot section that's been cleaned off, and there is a flat mirror laying on the thing next to it.
Have you been bitten?
By what?
These things at the door.
Oh God,
anything?
no. They haven't bothered me.
What do you mean by what? Tell us what's bitten you.
I got a bad case of bed bugs.
Oh.
And he looks, and there's just bite marks all over his arms of bugs.
Alright, I'm ready to get out of here.
We just, once you get those in your clothes, man, you can't get
And
out.
any guys got any booze? I've been stuck in here for 2 days. I need a drink.
No, we don't have.
Come on, one of you, big guy, you're holding, right?
No, I get drunk on life, friend.
No one has alcohol.
Fuck. Anyone been near the tavern?
No.
If you're alive, I'm assuming you haven't, so...
Why?
What's in the tavern?
Oh! Shit went down there, like, yesterday at some point. Some dude went in, and then there was a big ruckus, and I saw him getting carried out by some of the townfolk.
What townfolk?
Well... And he's gonna sit there and think for a second. He's like, there's a big fucker that I assume is Sullivan, but he's bigger than he used to be. There's Stu and James and Jeremiah from the yard. They were there. Maggie, she was there.
Have they been infected?
George, he was there.
Stu, James, Jeremiah, Meg. Darren was Darren there.
Who's Darren?
Alright. That makes sense.
What?
Where'd they take him?
Yes.
Oh, fuck, I don't know. Down the street? Maybe towards the kennels? I don't know. The Yukon Steel storehouse?
I had a question. Those things out in the hallway, can I jump?
No more than like a dog or a small cat could.
Alright. Is there like a window in the door or anything I can...
Yeah, there's a like...
But they're not up at the window level.
No. They're like, you hear a thump at about like belly button height and then slide down and then scritching.
Well, these guys are doing that. I think I'm just gonna like bust that window open, reach down with my shovel, just play whack-a-mole with these things.
Okay.
They can't get up to me, right?
No, but the window is like, it's your head level, so you'd be reaching up and around and trying to swat these things.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
You're not gonna have the arm reach.
Even with the end of a shovel?
How long is that shovel? Is it like a full length
It's
shovel?
a shovel. Yeah.
Okay, fine, yeah, that'll
Yeah,
work.
alright. I'm gonna play whack-a-mole. Do you want me to be rolling for this shit, or can I just like... I'm gonna work at this for a while.
Take 20?
Yeah, I'm gonna take 20 and...
No, I want you to roll a brawl for it.
Alright. Roll shovel. I'm gonna push it. Oh, fuck, yeah. Hard success on the push.
Nice.
Alright, success, okay. You manage to connect with one of them, and you feel the shovel almost get, like, fly out of your hands as you are swinging this thing down, and you connect really good with one of them, and it yips out in pain, and then the three of them run down the hallway again. And run away.
The three of them do? I did 9 points of damage with that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, the three of them run down. One of them limps.
Frightening.
So,
I'm just gonna spend like 3 minutes doing this.
Yeah.
You guys keep doing it.
Do you assume that they're the ones that took the train? Why would the train leave early?
the train thing? No, the engineer, I guess as he figured out what was going on and tried to get out of town, he didn't make it too far.
What's going on?
It seemed people have gone crazy.
So what do
I'm
you
hearing screams every night. The weird fucking birds. I don't know.
So what do you mean didn't get very far? The train is gone.
No, it's about 2 miles down the track. Stopped.
Oh, we gotta get to that train so we can get the fuck out of here.
What happened to the? Do you know what happened to the train?
All I know is it was going, and then it stopped, smoked for a little bit, and that's it.
We don't have anyone that knows how
It
to
hasn't
run a
moved
train, do
since.
we?
No, but we got mechanical repair right here.
Again.
Awesome.
If I just know where the forwards lever is.
But aren't pieces of the track broken? Remember those big things were like holding pieces of track?
Do you know if pieces of track are broken,
No.
Bernice?
Grant.
Is your last name?
Like, you're hurting my feelings a little bit. I mean, if you could give me some alcohol, maybe we could
Bernice,
make amends,
I
but
don't know if you understand the immensity, the sheer size of the fuck I do not give whether your feelings are hurt or not.
so,
Well, do you have any weaponry here?
he looks down at his pickaxe and then smiles at you.
Do you know if there's anybody else left in this building?
I haven't been able to leave because of those things, so I don't know.
Oh, well. Did you take care of them, Rip?
There's only 2.5 left.
There's 2.5 of them left, so...
Oh, no.
Well-
No, there's like a dozen of those things.
Oh. Okay. Well, should we just burn the building down and go?
It seems like a good distraction to get over to
Just gonna what?
Yeah.
How are you gonna burn down a building that's been stuck in permafrost?
Hey, look, we got our ways. All right.
Is the building made of permafrost there, Bernie?
No, but I mean it's not gonna burn easy. You got fuel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we good.
And I like
We
look
got
around
this.
at like the literal
Wait.
hundreds of papers around, and like, yeah,
Yeah, we're fine.
yeah.
He looks at you and goes, were you guys the ones that blew up the shop?
Oh, hey, whoa. Don't be asking questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Rip and gun and rip.
Can I put my arms down?
Sure.
Oh, thank God. Oh, feeling. That's nice.
All right,
Who are you looking for?
Darren.
Darren.
Do you know what he looks like?
He was one of the passengers from the train. He's probably in the inn.
Yeah.
Oh, if he's in the inn, he's not in the inn.
Oh.
Well, then we go look.
Yeah, we're gonna go look. Do you have any guns?
I got a pickaxe. It's Betsy. I love this thing.
You have a pickaxe named Betsy.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking.
Let's grab a couple of these desks and build a barricade on the side where the rats are, and we can just leave through the other staircase.
I have rope. Let's leave through the window.
We are not good at physical things.
Says the 6'6" giant of a man.
Just looking around here at the 140-year-old prospector, these lovely ladies with their delicate hands that they need that shouldn't get rope burn, and
Kid, I save lives, sir.
delicately. And the 90-year-old detective.
Okay, we trying the window or the stairs?
I'm a big fan of the stairs.
Okay.
I'd rather take the stairs.
Alright. Window or stairs? Gertie.
Oh, I'm taking the stairs, absolutely.
Delicate hands.
Right.
You want to take the back stairs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Oh, it's gonna get interesting.
Why?
Okay, you can tell us and not be a dick about it, you fucking
Yeah.
dick.
Pourquoi?
Maybe you'll live some goddamn longer, dick face.
I'm gonna fucking backhand this motherfucker. I'm
Let's
just
leave
getting
him.
hot.
Fuck, let's just leave him.
Just sweating the thing.
This escalated very
I'm gonna backhand him.
Okay.
I'm gonna backhand him and say, "Fucking pourquoi, you motherfucker."
I've been under a lot
Are you
of
actually
stress
gonna
lately.
backhand him?
Yeah, and I'm gonna.
Okay, roll a fighting brawl.
Gentlemen.
Shit. 95.
He leans back as the hand swings by him.
Yeah, and then I'll just.
Because it's
adjust-
broken!
Then I'll adjust my hair. Because it's broken.
Yeah.
Okay. Be
Floor
more
and a half down.
forthright. Be more forthright. The information.
I'm sorry, you guys walked in here and started pulling guns on me. I don't know what you want
Yes.
me
Well,
to
then
do.
maybe you should
Speak.
fucking answer when you have guns pulled on you.
Jesus Christ.
You didn't ask about the stairs!
Krishna Tabernacle. Is this your first time ever being held at
I'm not
gunpoint?
good with people!
What are you good at?
Mining?
No, let's bring Grant, and if he's a problem, we'll just treat him like a husky.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, he leans down and grabs his pickaxe and throws it on his shoulder.
Yep. The old.
And then leans down and grabs his bag that's got like
Grass tree.
pots and pans tied to it and throws that on his shoulder.
We don't need that. It's gonna be real loud.
Hey, we don't need pots and pans. We're going to a fucking inn.
Oh, this is my stuff.
You want on the.
Just leave it. We're going.
Hilarious.
But my stuff.
You don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need it.
It's all of my stuff.
Yeah.
Guys.
What
get
else?
More.
What's in
Guys,
there?
we have been carrying all of my stuff.
Your stuff is up at the freaking
Your
ship.
stuff's not here. There's pots and pans. We're trying to be quiet.
Oh, I can leave the pots and pans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
leave the fucking pots and pans. Jesus Christ. You're going first, by the way.
You sure you don't want the big fucker to go first?
Yeah, but he's saved my life
At least once.
at least once. So, how many times have you saved my life? Don't answer that question. Go. Down the stairs. Go. Go. Allons-y.
Okay, but we were forgetting that he did mention the stairs are broken, which means we'd have to climb down them using a rope, as if we would have to do if we were going to be using the window.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
back
the
stairs,
nurse
we're
lady's right.
That's the back stairs. We can just go through the front stairs.
The rodents
We
things.
gotta fight our way out that way.
We're gonna fight our way out regardless, don't we?
No, we have to climb a rope. Or fight.
Maybe we should just go out the window.
So, out the window now?
All right.
I feel like at the end of the day we're just as successful to go out the window, but we're not gonna make noise doing that.
Okay. I'm gonna remind you about the
That's
huskies and our strategy for getting past the rodents. Are we gonna do the rope thing?
Yeah, let's do the rope thing.
Bro, you're going first, though.
Out the window?
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm 67 years old. And we're going to where?
To the end.
To the alcohol depository.
I got a better idea. Okay, so so instead of climbing down, we're gonna tie a loop at the end for someone to put their fucking foot in, and the rest of us will lower them down. I'll go last because I'm the heaviest. I'll tie it off and I'll just climb, but everybody else.
So she'll go first?
No, you're going first because you're 60-fucking-7. You said
We could just loop it around the pin.
we can just loop it around his neck.
Bernice, we could just loop it around your neck.
Just
Allons-y. Let's go.
All right, rope.
Alright, rope.
Rope.
It gets me out of here if we get some booze, sure. Alright, and he goes to use the rope, and
He's not climbing though. We're lowering him.
yeah, okay, roll strength checks, please.
All right. Do I get advantage? Who's helping me?
I am.
Yes, you get advantage.
All right, cool. Strength checks. Oh yeah, 30. That's a hard success.
You let him go, and you fuck, and he's like grasping onto this rope as he's kind of dangling, and you slowly lower him down. And from your vantage point, looking out, you see the birds glaring at you, and like a couple of them are following him down with their eyes, right? And he gets to the bottom, looks left and right, and then like pushes up against the building, and then like gives the rope 2 tugs.
All right, and I start to pull it back up again.
Okay.
Who's going next?
I'll go next.
All right. Success.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check with advantage, real quick, please.
Oh, it is.
Okay, yeah. You scale it down, and you see Grant visibly relax. Oh, thank God. Not alone. And he like points down the street, and you see another one of these 7.5-foot tall monstrosities back turned to you with just its both arms are hanging by its side, and it's breathing, and it's down at the end of Main Street, like it's over in front of the tavern.
I'm pulling the rope back up.
Yeah.
Who's next?
I will go.
Rip and gun. Oh, hard success.
Okay, you already hit the ground next. Roll the dexterity with advantage.
Ooh, that is an extreme success.
All right. Somehow doing it with more style and panache than the Frenchman, Gertie manages to land neatly on the ground and give the rope a couple tugs, and the rope goes back up. Grant kind of points down and says, "There's a big fucker thing there."
All right, Charity.
The internet didn't
Yep.
see us whisper.
Whisper, whisper.
Hard success.
Roll your dexterity with advantage. Oh, okay.
Dexterity.
Good. Okay. You are going, and you're getting lowered out of the building, and you get to like getting off the rope, and your foot gets stuck in it. And as he starts pulling it up, your feet get swooped out from under you, and you land on the ground. The rope goes up the rest of the way, but you are going to take a point of damage as you land hard on the ground.
What?
Yes.
Oh, this is the first time you've been hurt.
It's from falling down.
Well, don't wear high heels on the next fucking expedition.
Well, I'll let you mind your business.
All right, gun. Let's do it. Do I still get advantage? Still
No,
do this
you do
many
not.
times?
No.
All right.
In fact, Gun, how big are you?
Yeah.
What's your size?
70.
Oh shit.
I'm 85.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you roll just straight.
Yeah. Should I push it? Up to you. Yeah, push it. Oh, extreme success.
Oh,
I went from an 85 to a 5.
You go, and the second he devotes his weight, the rope slips a little bit, and you manage to grab a hold of it, and you barely feel this kind of sudden drop. You catch your breath, and then you make your way down, and you land on the ground. I need you to roll a dexterity check with advantage.
16, that's a hard pass.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's an extreme pass.
With the same amount of care and grace, you manage to hop off the rope. So, how are you getting down?
I'm gonna take another piton. I'm gonna jam it under the door in the same way.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm gonna pull the thing back up, and I've got a loop tied into this thing that's obviously enough to carry him. I'm gonna loop it down around through the open window, down the door, in the door, down, and I'm gonna loop it onto the doorknob so it's got like a handle.
Okay.
And tie knots in it all the way down, like every 5 feet down the rope, and I'm just gonna climb down.
Okay. Roll a climb with advantage.
That is a fail. There's no way I'm pushing that. That's just a fail.
How bad?
It's a 58 against a 30.
Okay. You start climbing down, and you get past the first 10 feet, and you feel something kind of give on the rope. You guys were on the 3rd floor, so you are, 30 feet off the ground. You made it halfway, then you feel something kind of give in the rope, and you start scrambling for the last little bit. You get about 10 feet off the ground, and you feel the handle that you tied the loop to. You feel that give way and break, and the rope lets go. You're going to fall that final 10 feet, but roll a dexterity for me with disadvantage, please.
Ooh. I'm pushing it by 1 for success.
Okay.
I'm using 1 luck, rather, not pushing. I'm using 1 luck for success.
Okay. You land on the ground hard, but feet first. The wind kind of erupts out of your body as your knees are driven into your chest. You're not going to take a ton of damage. You're only going to take a point.
Okay. That's fair. I fell 10 feet. All in all, that went pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pull the rope down and get it back.
The one last little thing that happened with your failure of the thing is you guys that know about the big thing at the end of the street see its head perk up. And this one actually is odd to you because as it perks its head up, you just see half of a skull with the front half fully exposed, nose ridge down, cupped out. You just see the front bit of a face pop up and look up to the air and sniff.
Time to go. Where are we?
You guys are standing in the intersection of Broadway and Main.
So we gotta head where? Which way? Where's the inn?
It is on the intersection of Main and King George Boulevard, and right in the middle of that intersection is where this beast is standing.
Okay, well we gotta get a distraction to lead him maybe towards us so we can go around the long way and get into the inn.
Can we throw something and break a window as we run in the opposite direction?
Yeah, well there's probably rocks and stuff around on the street, eh?
Yeah, sure.
He slowly starts to turn towards you.
Well, let's go.
So,
Let's at least hide around the corner.
yeah, we'll hide around the corner.
Okay.
Let's go go down southeast, Broadway. This is Broadway, right?
Yeah.
Down southeast, and maybe we'll cut through that alleyway there.
I don't know the layout. I'm taking your word for it.
Let's go southeast down Broadway, and then cut down the alley down and come around.
He fully turns around to face you as you guys are figuring out where to run. And you hear this high-pitched gurgling scream.
This has been an It's a Mimic production. You can find more quality content on iTunes, Spotify, or YouTube, or at www.itsamimic.com.